Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing another Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires campaign review, this time covering Settra the Imperishable. So Settra starts off at Khemri, which is the same location he's always started off in Warhammer 2, but in Warhammer 3, this location has sometimes been referred to as the Thunderdome, and it kind of makes it one of the more interesting start positions for any Legendary Lord in the game, because of the sheer number of Legendary Lords that are surrounding you. You've got Skarbrand over here, which you will almost certainly encounter very on. You've got Thoric Ironbrown down over here, Manfred von Carstein here, you've got Volkmar the Grim over here, Rapance over here, and Arkan the Black over here, and then other legendary lords as you continue to expand out. Basically, at no point in your campaign will you not be encountering legendary lords. So, Settra's campaign is both challenging and interesting. Settra definitely has the tools that he needs to deal with this, but you can definitely reach a point where you can overextend, since the Tomb Kings suffer from having army limits. If you expand too quickly before being able to recruit enough armies, you're not going to be able to deal with a number of enemies. Because while the Tomb Kings are sort of a neutral race, they're not exactly loved by other factions out there. It's definitely possible for you to get friendships with those other factions, but you have to actively work towards them. Now, comparing the faction of the Tomb Kings to Warhammer 2, I actually think in Warhammer 3 they play a lot better, because for one thing, the Mortuary Cult has gotten some additions. The ability to actually increase your hero capacity is awesome. That's one of the biggest improvements that the Tomb Kings got. And more importantly, their economy is not hamstrung at the very beginning. One of the biggest problems with the Tomb Kings in Warhammer 2 was that they were extremely slow to start. Their just growth and the cost of their buildings was just too high. So in Warhammer 3, they grow a lot quicker, and the buildings, generally speaking, are quicker, which also means that the economy cheese that was available to them in Warhammer 2 isn't really needed in Warhammer 3. So their economy and their campaigns are a lot better balanced in Warhammer 3, and it feels like that they sort of compete reasonably with the other factions. Because the thing is with Tomb Kings, they've actually always been one of my favorite campaigns, but I've never felt like they've been a particularly powerful race. I've always felt kind of middle of the rung. Never super weak nor super strong, and they pretty much maintain that position in Total War Warhammer 3. Just a good, robust set of campaign mechanics that you're actively rewarded to participate in. You know, gaining canopic jars, going around grabbing the Books of Nagash. This is all stuff that you should be actively trying to do, but not making it the sole focus of everything that you do, if that makes sense. Taking out your enemies and conquering new territory, definitely valuable. And overall, this is one of the best campaigns, I think, in Total War Warhammer 3. I have played multiple Settra campaigns, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. In terms of the optimal difficulty to play, this is probably one for... You could play if you're a newer player, but you'd probably optimally play it on hard difficulty. But if you're looking for a challenge, playing this on legendary difficulty can be very satisfying, because the sheer number of enemies that will come at you is good to combat them. Settra's a strong legendary lord, and they have a reasonable roster. Obviously, a lot of the skeletons are pretty weak, but they do have some strong units in the roster if you know how to use them. Overall, highly recommend this campaign, and I really enjoy the Tomb Kings. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know in the comments below which legendary lord you'd like me to cover next. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.